Kyle Crane is back with some serious upgrades, and Dying Light the Beast is packed with both returning favorites and game-changing new mechanics. What started as a DLC evolved into a standalone experience that could redefine how we think about zombie survival games. Here are all new and returning features and mechanics in Dying Light the Beast. The game's signature feature lets Kyle transform into something much more dangerous than your average survivor. A meter fills as you play, automatically triggering transformations early on before you gain manual control later. When transformed, you get a massive strength boost, superhuman speed and enhanced jumping ability. You can perform devastating ground slams and throw environmental objects like weapons. This isn't just a power-up, it's a complete gameplay identity shift that changes how every encounter feels. Your beast abilities progress through a separate advancement system that requires hunting specific targets. You earn beast points and DNA samples by defeating Chimera bosses, not through regular gameplay activities. This creates a predator mentality where you're actively seeking out the most dangerous enemies to evolve your transformation abilities. Each upgrade meaningfully changes how beast mode functions rather than just providing stat increases. Chimera boss fights are major encounters that serve as both epic challenges and progression gates for your beast abilities. Each Chimera has unique mechanics, some turn invisible for deadly hide-and-seek gameplay, others use psychological tactics and environmental manipulation. Most can summon minions during fights, adding crowd control elements to boss battles. The brutal cinematic finishes you can perform aren't just visual rewards, they directly impact the quality of beast progression rewards you receive. Unlike traditional class system that locks you into one playstyle, the beast lets you switch between archetypes based on your current needs. Planning on a stealth infiltration, switch to Explorer for enhanced movement. Expecting heavy combat, Bruiser might be the better choice. This flexibility means you can adapt to different situations or experiment with various approaches without restarting your character. Combat gets a tactical upgrade that lets you aim for specific body parts to achieve different effects. Hitting zombie legs slows them down, targeting arms reduces their attack capability, and aiming for weak points maximizes damage output. This transforms mindless zombie chopping into strategic decision making where every swing serves a tactical purpose. Beast mode amplifies this system, letting you grab and tear off limbs for even more visceral combat feedback. Enemy intelligence receives major improvements across all types. Howlers actively call reinforcements when they spot threats, creating dynamic escalation during encounters. Volatiles use smarter chase patterns and environmental awareness that makes night pursuits genuinely unpredictable. Human enemies can now block attacks, dodge skillfully, and use thrown objects tactically. These improvements make every enemy type feel more dangerous and less predictable than before. Guns finally feel powerful and impactful rather than being awkward. Flamethrowers, grenade launchers, and saw blade launchers can effectively clear groups of enemies and deal serious damage. However, firearms are extremely noisy, attracting every zombie in the area to your location. Limited ammunition means every shot must count, and the weapon repair system applies to guns too, adding resource management complexity to their use. Environmental conditions directly affect weapon effectiveness and combat tactics. Rain weakens fire-based attacks while making electrical weapons more dangerous to everyone nearby. This creates dynamic scenarios where your planned approach might need to change based on your weather you can control. The same encounter can play out completely differently depending on whether it's raining, sunny, or stormy. The world responds to your presence in much more detailed ways. Furniture can be destroyed for crafting materials or barricade components. Almost any object can be looted for supplies, making thorough exploration rewarding. Environmental elements like tree swings and leaf piles integrate into both traversal and stealth gameplay. In beast mode, these same objects become improvised weapons you can throw at enemies. Claiming safe houses requires genuine effort rather than simple switch flipping. Some locations demand puzzle-solving skills to restore power or unlock security systems. Others require clearing out infected through intense combat encounters. Multi-step activation processes make each safe house feel like a meaningful accomplishment rather than an automatic checkpoint. Larger safe houses serve as strategic resource hubs containing workbenches for weapon crafting and repair. Supply caches respawn over time, making these locations valuable for planning extended expeditions. The strategic placement of safe houses affects route planning and risk assessment for dangerous areas, turning them into genuine tactical considerations. The movement system returns with most advanced techniques available immediately, letting you feel like the experienced Kyle Crane from the start. Complex wall running, precision jumping, and climbing sequences are part of your toolkit right away. This eliminates the frustrating learning curve that made earlier games feel clunky during opening hours. Stamina no longer limits basic parkour and exploration activities, letting you enjoy fluid movement without constant meter watching. You can perfect challenging routes, explore vertical spaces, and traverse the world freely. Combat stamina still matters for fights, maintaining tactical resource management where it belongs, while removing movement limitations. Beast Transformation, on the other hand, unlocks entirely new traversal capabilities beyond human limitations. Enhanced jump height opens routes impossible in human form, while increased speed changes chase dynamics from fleeing to pursuing. These movement upgrades make Beast Mode feel like genuine evolution rather than just combat enhancement. Trucks serve as your primary transportation with substantial feel and realistic damage modeling. First and third person driving options provide different tactical perspectives for various situations. Vehicles require fuel management and can take damage that affects performance, but they're not so fragile that you avoid using them. No fast travel at launch makes vehicles and route planning genuinely important rather than convenient shortcuts. Learning the road network, finding secure parking locations, and planning efficient routes becomes part of the strategic gameplay. This design choice emphasizes the survival aspects and makes every journey feel meaningful. Nighttime returns to its terrifying roots with enhanced atmosphere and genuine danger. Darkness affects visibility and tactics in meaningful ways, forcing reliance on audio cues and environmental awareness. The night cycle creates distinct gameplay phases where different strategies and equipment become essential. Volatiles are these apex nighttime predators that receive major AI improvements that make encounters unpredictable and genuinely threatening. Enhanced chase patterns use environmental obstacles and building layouts strategically. Volatiles coordinate attacks and adapt to your escape tactics, making every night pursuit feel unique and dangerous. Ultraviolet illumination becomes a crucial survival resource rather than a convenient tool. Portable flashlights, vehicle headlights, and environmental UV sources create islands of safety in dangerous darkness. Managing these resources, knowing when to use them and when to conserve power, becomes part of night survival strategy. Weapon and item recipes scattered throughout the world provide clear exploration goals with meaningful rewards. Finding new blueprints expands your tactical options rather than just offering marginal stat improvement. Each discovery potentially changes how you approach common problems or unlocks entirely new solution methods. Blueprints can be upgraded from beginner to master levels using manual pages found during exploration. Each tier provides genuine functionality improvements rather than simple damage increases. Master level crafting creates tools with enhanced capabilities that change how weapons and items feel to use. Equipment durability uses limited repair charges before weapons break completely. Once fully damaged, only blueprints and workbenches can restore functionality. This creates meaningful decisions about resource allocation, which weapons deserve precious repair materials versus replacement with new finds. Crafting and repair activities tie into safe house workbenches, making these locations strategically important for equipment maintenance. Knowing where you can craft and repair affects expedition planning and risk assessment for dangerous areas. The crafting system becomes part of the strategic resource management rather than busy work. Optional exploration content provides specific challenges with clear valuable rewards. These aren't generic go to location X tasks, but mini adventures with environmental storytelling and meaningful payoffs. Quality over quantity design means each treasure map feels purposeful rather than mandatory. Dark zones are high-risk areas that offer concentrated danger reward scenarios where increased threats match potentially valuable loot. These zones test your skills and equipment while providing resources that justify the elevated danger. They serve as optional challenges for players seeking greater difficulty and better rewards. Complete campaign playthrough supports 4 players working together through all content. Different class specializations create natural team roles where each player contributes distinct capabilities. Co-op play enhances rather than diminishes the survival aspects through shared resource management and tactical coordination. Classic weapon durability mechanics return with the familiar limited repair system that created tension in the original game. Melee weapons remain central to combat with satisfying impact and varied handling characteristics. The core weapon progression that made the original Dying Light engaging is preserved and enhanced. And some small but meaningful improvements enhance the overall experience without changing its fundamental character. Menu systems, inventory management, and user interface elements receive modern updates. These changes remove friction from the experience while maintaining the challenging survival-focused gameplay that fans expect. In conclusion, Dying Light the Beast combines everything that made the original special with innovative new systems that could change how we think about zombie games. Each feature works towards creating that perfect balance of vulnerability and power, horror and action, challenge and progression that makes the franchise addictive. The Beast is ready to be unleashed. The question is, are you ready to embrace what Kyle Crane has become?